Hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's that time again. It is time for Psychic Saturday Night Live. Woo-hoo. June 6th edition. 6/6 portal today. Yep. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm telling you, you can feel so much happening. There is so much happening in the air, on the airwaves, in the airwaves. I don't really know how to put it, but yeah, tons of stuff is going on and coming down the pipeline. So welcome, 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 welcome. Yeah. We are in the Power Month. Here in June, at least in the Northern Hemisphere, we are experiencing the increase of light to its most powerful peak. And I don't know about you, but I can feel it. There are solar flares happening like there's no tomorrow. It's just a really, really wild and kooky time. Fiery. A fiery time at that, for sure. A lot of stuff is happening. And a lot of things still being revealed. Right? Lots of stuff. Lots of truth coming up to the surface and being exposed. Is all of the stuff that, yeah. Anyway, very exciting week too. A lot of things have come down the pipeline, as I said a little minute ago there. And yeah, for those of us in Canada, things are about to get really interesting here. We really truly need to wake up. We all need to wake up to really what's happening. And not that this is, doomsday in any way. This is the PowerPoint moment. This is the moment where we realize our point of power is here. And what we see happening all around us is just meant to really empower us to stand up, step up, and to speak up for ourselves. So yeah, here we are. Welcome, June 6th edition of Psychic Saturday Night Live. I would also encourage everybody, please grab yourself a copy of the local newspaper, or somewhere in your local area you'll find this newspaper. Druthers. Yeah, this is not the edition. This is May's edition. Is this May? This is May. May's edition. Very powerful edition. Read the title. Something's happening here in this country. We need to know that. The other thing I might encourage all other people to do is to look up the Google Drive PDF that Nicholas Jordan Wagner put out. Just saying. Certainly for entertainment purposes only. Sure as hell is entertainment. I tell you, when you read what's going on there, wow. It's entertaining, all right, but nonetheless, it is our reality. And so we need to do something about that. So the Druthers newspaper, please get your local issue, get your local edition, rather, excuse me, get your newest edition in your local area. And this month, especially, there is an article by my friend Sheila McFarlane that I did a video on, and when I uploaded it to TikTok, some background music showed up. Anyway, I had to delete it. It was terrible. And for the first time ever, I actually didn't save the original copy, so I couldn't just upload it without the music. Anyway, it is what it is, as they say, and things happen exactly as they're meant to. So I'm just going to go ahead and do another video of it. But the point is that her article in the month of June's edition of Druthers magazine, Druthers newspaper, is something you need to read. Okay, it's a call out and a shout out to all Canadians. Right? It's an all out call out, she called it. This article that Sheila wrote is all about us really recognizing where we could do something about what's happening. We are not helpless. We are not hopeless. And so please don't think you are for one moment. Yeah, we are not. We came here to do what we came to do at this very time. It's intense. So much is going on. There's a movie I've been tracking down, Everything Everywhere All at Once, apparently it's called. And I've seen it. I've got it downloaded. I just haven't had the chance to watch it yet. But basically, I keep thinking about it. And that's usually how Spirit tells me to go and have a boo at something. Just the title itself. That's what's happening. That's where we are right now, is in this, the thick of it all. Everything, everywhere, all at once is happening. And we are the masters of this time who came here to navigate this energy. It ain't easy. Oh, good God, it ain't easy. It is absolutely off the charts in so many ways and on so many levels. But we're not here by mistake, coincidence, or accident. And so, yeah, this is the time. Oh, we're going to do those tonight. Are we not? Yes, we are. These ones and these ones. Yes, Spirit. I hear you loud and clear. Okay, 6-6 portal today. The 6-6 portal opens, and the June portal, oh my God, that's actually one of my favorite portals. The energy of collective consciousness that has created this wonderful portal, this gateway, we'll say, of divine compensation. That's what it's all about. You get back what you've given. Yeah, that's what the 6 is. Write it down on a piece of paper. You'll see. Start at the top, work your way down. You give out all kinds, and then you come back to the center of you. And this is where we really get to reap the rewards of our, of the labor that we've put in there. And it's perfect time for it because all kinds of things are blooming, blossoming, and showing up in abundance all over the place. It's a beautiful time. So this month of June, which is, notably holding the 6th energy, of, importance there. The energy of importance is 6 there. Regardless of the Gregorian calendar, I can't even talk right now. Gregorian calendar, Merlin's yelling in my head here. Again, we work with the collective consciousness because that's where we are. What we have built with the collective consciousness is what we are living. So regardless of the old system that needs to be reinstated, we are blending and we're moving through so that we can eventually bring that back into its place again. But ultimately, we are connected to this collective consciousness awareness of the Gregorian calendar. There, I had to say it like that. Anyway, so much is happening for everybody, and there's so much going on in spirit. Solar flares, solar activity. People are having a hard time sleeping. There's all kinds of anxiety going on in people's heads and here in their solar plexus. Big time solar plexus activations happening with people. It's all about our power center. This is the time where we really get the chance to, receive for ourselves what we've been working towards, what we've been working on, especially within ourselves. So it's an amazing time to be a magical being. And the bottom part says, be the being, be the energy. And so we need to really be the light, right? This month is all about the light. Now, if you're on the other side of the world and you're in the southern hemisphere, everything is opposite to what we're experiencing here. This polarity that takes place is kind of the deal on this planet. So that being said, go with it, right? If you're needing to let go of stuff because you're at the end of the year there, then do so, right? Be the energy of that. Recognize that the natural cycles that we are working with, whether you're on this side or that side, doesn't matter. You've got to work with them. Otherwise, unless you're a salmon and swim upstream naturally, you're going to find there's a current that doesn't necessarily support your flow. There, so just saying that. Yeah, so it's a wonderful time. And again, manifesting, intending, praying for things, whatever it is you do it. Because this is the time where, especially at this side, we really do get the flourishing of all of our blessings. Just showing up all over the place. So, what else we want to? Oh yeah, a little housekeeping. I didn't make a list because I've had so much going on in my day today. But one of the couple things I did want to mention was there was a bill passed here in Canada, C9. And despite the incredible public protest to this bill, it was passed through the Senate anyway. Which tells you right there, something needs to shift within the governmental powers. And anyway, because they work for us. And if we say we don't want something, we should be the ruling power, don't you think? Anyway, apparently that's not how it goes here. For entertainment purposes only. Facebook, just kidding around. Anyway, this is going to get very interesting because what most people are looking at as, oh, we can't quote quote scriptures anymore. My God. I'm telling you, Mercury's not even retrograde. I've had the worst time the last few days talking straight. Anyway, which, if anybody knows me and you've ever watched my videos, it generally doesn't happen to me like that. Anyway, point is, Christians are talking about quoting scriptures and not being allowed to do so. And, you know, that's not just a one-way street. That means everybody. And if it doesn't mean everybody, then we have some serious issues going on. But nonetheless, that means everybody. And I don't know if you've seen what's been going on around around this country, this nation, but I can tell you honestly, it's not just going to affect the Christians. It just won't affect the Christians. So that being said, intense times are upon us and we need to hold our light. We need to stay strong and be the magical beings that we're here to be. And that is the light carriers, the light warriors, because these times of darkness, that's when we're here for. That's exactly why we're here. So that was a big thing this week. And we need to not be in fear of that. We need to actually shine light on that so we can expose what's not quite right about that and how it's not on the right side of light. What else went out? Oh, yeah, we'll talk about that in another video, Merlin. I'm not bringing that into here. Okay. Well, I know it's important, but anyway, nonetheless, I have not had a chance, pardon me. I have not had a chance to to have a chat with Merlin before my call. Usually I have a little get together with him. We talk a little bit about what's going on. That's where the list comes in often. And he tells me what's important for us to talk about because energetically he knows what's going on in the grander scale. And he can tell me what things to address. And so that's what I do. I follow him because for 13 years, the guy's been my guide. He's been my most amazing guide. Anyway, leads me into the most incredible situations and amazing growth and all of it for my spiritual evolution. So I'm grateful for Merlin. But anyway, nonetheless, I'm not talking about that tonight because I was going to wear a different t-shirt tonight because as you may have noticed also, I typically try to wear things that have a meaning, saying, maybe even an intention to them, a message. It's always about the message. And I had to change my shirt because I just wasn't ready to go there. But I do want to make a video about this. And so you'll just keep an eye out on my feed because I can tell you there's a video coming all about women, about the divine feminine to be exact, and what we need to know about what's happening here on this planet in regard to that particular topic. So we'll do that. Anyway, welcome to everybody who joins me here this evening. I know last week's video, for some reason, had some cutouts apparently and some lagging. Now, I figured with my new phone and my upgraded service, I would have better time. Apparently not. Anyway, I apologize for all of those who were watching it and then all of a sudden at the very end, boom, 5 minutes is gone. I don't know where the hell it went, but it went. Anyway, and I didn't even notice because I was busy over here looking at you instead of over here looking at what I also have all set up. Anyway, nonetheless, I trust everybody got what they needed from that particular experience and always do from whatever experience you're watching. 6th of June, can you grab that? Wow. This is a big month, by the way. You know, because we have the solstice coming, we have a lot of acceleration and a lot of intensification to the energy. So it feels like you're building. You've got timelines collapsing all around us. Like literally, I don't know if people get that or not, but I can tell you, there's a convergence happening. And thanks to Looking Glass, it's pretty intense that we're all expecting, you know, this kind of convergence to be. Regardless, it's exactly why we're here. And it's a beautiful time. So let's do a little housekeeping quickly before we let go and get right into the cards because we're going to do the brick after the tarot. And then tonight we're doing Raven Phelan and her Messenger Oracle and the Manifesting Our Mastery by Cryon. Well, they're actually by Monica Mirani, inspired by the writings of Cryon. But they're really good cards anyway. Okay. Anything else I need to talk about, Merle? It is ramping up, and becoming very but that's why we're here. believe it or not, you are equipped for this journey, fully equipped for this journey. You have not anything that you are in lack of, period. And the fact of the matter is, we are taught that we are in lack all the time. Time is running out, resources are running out, space is running out. Like, and it's not true. It's not true. It's not true. And the more you buy into it, the more you believe it, and the more it will be true for you, because that's the world we live in. We create our reality based on the thoughts we think. But if you think from a place of plenty, so here's a quick thing. I was going to do a video on this, but I'll just do this quickly. When I was taking my hypnotherapy certification like 23 years ago, was it? Yeah, 23 years ago. My God. Back in 2003, my teacher, Debbie, lovely lady, told a story about how she was out one day and she was with her teacher at the time. And there was a sentence that was said, or, a question that was asked rather, that was like, do you have enough of this? Or do you have the money to afford this? Was the question, I believe. Pardon me. And the answer came back, yes, I have enough. And the teacher to the student said, well, that's wonderful. I want to teach you something right here, right now about that statement. Yes, you'll have enough. And if you constantly believe you have enough, you'll always have enough, which is a great thing, because you'll always have enough. But if you also flip that word and you switch that over to plenty, which I often find myself doing or wanting to and working towards, then it shifts the dynamic of the entire energetic sequence of frequencies there that are going out to the universe. So the difference between I have enough and I have plenty is significant. So think about that for just a moment and just give it a whirl. Give it a try. What do you got to lose, really? But the idea of the words we think and all the power too that we have, that we give to them, it's important, And so, yeah, there's lots, and there's a lot of lack mentality out there when we are living in an abundant universe. Think about that. So switch your enoughs out for plenties. I'm not just enough. I'm plenty. I am plenty. Plenty. I am abundant. Absolutely. Okay. So anything else, Merlin, before we move on here? No, we're doing good. Okay. I am being told to tell people to keep an eye out over the next couple of weeks as the portal of 6/6 is open. Polarity is unfolding. So when we have an increase of light, we also have an increase of darkness because it's proportional all the time. It's always proportional. Anyway, just know that if you're feeling heaviness or whatever, you're feeling the drag or whatnot, the tired, the burnout, even a lot of people are feeling right now, just know that you're probably feeling a little too much of the other side. Bring yourself back to the light. Bring yourself back to the light, because that's where your rejuvenation is. That's where your regeneration is. And that, my friends, is where we're meant to be, right? So the darkness helps us remember that we are light beings. And that's important. So I hope that made sense to everybody. Let's do some tarot. Shall we do some tarot? Okay. Ooh, almost shuffled right in your ear there. Okay, let's have a little see. There was something else too, and I can't recall at the moment. I'm asking, but I'm not being responded to just correctly. No, just keep an eye out. Oh. We're not going there either. So I put a couple videos out. Probably an unpopular opinion now for people, but that's okay. Racism was one of them, and religions was the other. Those are both man-made. I just need everybody to know that, right? Like, I mean, that's my thing. Okay. And you don't have to buy it. You don't have to believe it, whatever. Throw it in the garbage, whatever. But you need to know on some level that that's not what Source intended. That divides and conquers and creates conflict. That is not a unification, sourceful experience. So those two things in particular, if you haven't figured it out yet, are not really what we're supposed to be following. or doing, believing in, thinking about, living like, or living life. I know, and I usually pull the cards, but I'm just having a little boo here because there's a lot of different things coming up for people. So we're going to just pull mind, body, and spirit without actually cutting the deck and having a boo between, which we kind of did but didn't. All right. It's been a very weird day. I'm just feeling very weird today. Very weird. Off. Not off. Not off. Here's the place. It's not off and it's not on. It's right in between. It's like this transitional place, like a liminal space, really, where, and in fact, there's been like 3 times today where I actually stopped and thought, did I just shift a timeline? Like, where the hell am I? Like, I just really, at least 3 times, maybe more actually, but it's just been one of those days. And so if that's your experience too, just know that's because of the acceleration of the energies, the convergence of timelines, and the collapsing of them behind you. So yeah, and it's very subtle for some of the experiences you're having, or for some people even, and yet for other moments, it's incredibly pronounced, like ridiculously pronounced. You're just like looking around, wondering if, you're even in the same world. It looks the same, feels the same, and sounds the same, but I'm not so sure. Yeah. Anyway, it's all good. Mind, body, and spirit talking to us right out loud. You gotta love that. Oh, of course we do. Look at that. In the mind space. What do you got? In the mind space. Yeah, the Ace of Pentacles. It's all about rewards. Here. For the thoughts we think and the thoughts we are no longer thinking. It's not just about what you've managed to manifest. It's what you've overcome too. And in so many places with so many people, that's the biggest portion of it. It's not just thinking the new thought. It's really letting go and releasing yourself from the clutches of the old thoughts that were patterns and whatnot. This is where we see the benefits and the rewards of our labor. The fruits of our labor are going to be flourishing. There's that word again, flourishing all around us right now, especially on this side. And those who are on the other side, they're going to have the experience that is polar, right? Which is all about letting go and releasing and moving through. And that's okay, because the Ace of Pentacles is good for both sides. It doesn't really matter. Ace of Pentacles is all about rewards, and big ones at that, like in the material world, things you could see, stuff you can touch, smell, feel, and taste. Amazing things are coming for people. And I just want everybody to know, I know it seems kind of bleak. And even the stuff I mention and talk about, whatever, doesn't sound very bright and cheery. But this is the shadow world we're living in. You don't have a lot of bright and cheery in the shadow world until the light starts to grow. And once the light starts to grow, then you get more of that bright, cheery, shadow world stuff, which is no longer shadow world. It's illuminated. That's what we do here. That's what we work on. That's the whole point to it all. In this material world, that very thing. Being the hermit who, is in the world but isn't really of the world. Brings the light to it, but deals with the darkness. Stands strong in it for themselves, for ourselves, for the world, for the planet, for her. Mother Earth. Gaia. Yeah. Research Gaia if you're not familiar with the topic, the concept of Gaia. This, the Hermit card, is a big card. It's a major card. In fact, it's the 9th card in the tarot. And this card is about going inside, introspection, paying attention to yourself, diving deep. So let's do a little housekeeping right in the middle of the read, because we were going to do it at the end, but we thought, nope, perfect time for this. We are coming up on the solstice, like I said earlier, and Me and My Shadow is launching at the solstice. It's a 6-month program where you go deep diving into you, and you dive right into the darkness that you are, dealing with on the inside, that you're holding, carrying and dragging with you. And as you go diving through that, those 6 months you spend in the Me and My Shadow, getting to know who you are in that space, incredibly illuminating. So watch your email. Watch the Facebook posts because I'm going to be advertising that. We're on a tiered system right now. We're working through some pricing. It's going to be amazing, I'm telling you. And it goes perfectly with the Know Thyself program, which launched in winter solstice last year. And we'll open and launch again for the winter solstice of this year coming. But these two work hand in hand, clearing out the baggage so that the light can really shine. And when you get to that Know Thyself place, you're like, you learn who you really are on multi-dimensional layers and levels. Then it's really amazing. Yeah, so keep an eye out for that because this is the time. This illumination is exactly what we need for that exploration of darkness within ourselves. That's what we're doing. We are exploring on the inside, clearing all the darkness out, clearing the trauma and the upset and whatever else, illuminating ourselves from the inside out so this planet could do the very same thing and illuminate herself to a higher vibrational space. Because when there's less density and less darkness, you vibrate at a higher frequency, well, higher vibration, and then there's more frequency to you, and you elevate. Okay, and Spirit comes in with what? 3 of Cups. Bam! All about celebration. The 3 of Cups comes in to let us all know there's an opportunity for us all to feel really good. Not just by thinking the right thoughts and recognizing the rewards and the fruits of our labor that have come, but going inside, taking care of yourself and looking into those spaces that still require a little bit of attention in you. The engagement that you hold between mind and your psyche and your heart rather is so powerful. So Spirit's going to draw, everybody to whatever it is they need. It's going to pull you to whatever it is that is next for you in the journey. But this time of engagement, as we move through the summer months or the fall months, wherever you are, the winter months, wherever you are, definitely all about growth and connection to Spirit. Huge. I just watched a video. I didn't get through it all, actually. I think I'm like 7 minutes into it or whatever, but it was resonating really, really strongly, and I was going to watch it. I actually sent it to a bunch of people and finished watching it after I did this live tonight. They were talking about the convergence of the timelines and the acceleration of energies and how what would normally have taken months is actually only taking days right now for us. So it's a very exciting time, as I'm always saying, but just know that what you're feeling, in the energetic experience is not just individual, but designed to help you not only elevate, accelerate, and evolve. Absolutely. The most amazing way. Because we're not meant to stay here in this stuff that we're in. We're meant to be here, experience it, see it, feel it, know it, be in it, but not of it. Get the hell out of here. So we can say, yeah, we did what we came to do. We lit it up and we pulled it up out of the darkness that it was in. Okay. I know there's just so much going on, Merlin. It's crazy. All right. I know. Okay. Shuffle. What else do we have? 2 more potent days this month before the portal closes. That would be the 15th and the 24th. Of course, days that are resonating with a 6 vibration. Ask for what you want. People have a hard time with that. We were taught, especially those of my generation, we're taught not to ask for stuff. Don't ask. First off, probably not going to get it. Second, it's probably not even available to us or whatever. Like there was, a whole generation of people who just did not ask. They were brought up by post-depression, post-war parents who had lack mentality and stuff, so you just didn't. You just didn't ask. So we don't. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with it. Ask for what you want. The worst you'll get is no. Or it just won't happen. But there's nothing wrong with asking for what you want. Even things that you just, for shits and giggles, would happen to like. There's nothing wrong with having things in your life that are joyful. I know a lot of people feel somewhat guilty when good things happen to them because there's so much plight happening in the world for people. that's the point to this experience. You're here to master those thoughts, those energies, and to be, the light and the messenger of it in this world. Okay. Awesome time we're here. All right. Here comes the brick. Somebody's calling me. I'm not really sure who that is. This is one of my favorite cards. Now, in the old decks, he had a couple of original decks, and then I don't know what happened in his personal life, but he had to revamp a bunch of stuff, and he came out with new decks. So I have a couple of the older original decks. This picture in particular, which I absolutely love, I'm sure you do too, was actually above a message that was light for the world, which I have somewhere in one of my decks. But instead, in the new deck, it was adapted to this beautiful beyond message. Love this message. Today I lift my consciousness above all worldly illusions. I remember the power I have in every situation. I always have a choice in how I respond. Today I choose to turn my thoughts towards God. By focusing my awareness beyond the illusions of the material world, I experience simplicity and peace. That's the point. That's what we're here to do. And if you can do that amidst the chaos and, immerse yourself in that beautiful, peaceful energy and hold that vibration, you then become integral in the elevation of this planet's ascension. Basically, her whole experience. Very cool time. Very cool experience and very powerful time for all of us. Once we remember who we are and actually work it. Okay, Messenger Oracle by Raven Phelan. I love this woman's artwork. Amazing, amazing artwork. And really good vibration. Ba-dum-bum. Yeah, no, I don't really know what's going on there. We'll see. Shuffle twice. All right. Okay. We'll do two. So this is for the time, and this is for the energy of the time. Okay, I get it. This one, the first one is let two become one. We are in a space right now where we're unifying, right? Like there's a beautiful unification happening within our soul experience, which on a higher level, most of us aren't even aware of because we're here in the density of it all. But that's what's happening. We are uniting. We're coming back to ourselves. And that's what Know Thyself actually is all about, is teaching you, that you're much more than that. Diving into who that is and then actually embodying that beautiful energy. And then the focus and then act card comes in. So for whatever reason, we've got two tonight. Love these cards. All right, number 24 is the first one. Share yourself with the one that you love. Be their best friend and let them be yours. Let your trust in each other be unshakable and your love be strengthened by knowing and accepting each other's flaws and weaknesses and still loving each other despite them. Give yourself completely, trusting that you will not lose your independence or sense of self, but instead become two halves of a stronger, loving whole. I love that. That's so beautiful. Okay, and number 12. Focus and then act. Look at the horse in there. That's a beautiful card. Are you ready? There is something you want or need to make manifest, but to make your dreams a reality, you must focus your will upon that desire and do what needs to be done. Prayer alone will not give you that which you desire. There are things that you must do in order to have your hopes realized. Now is not the time for stillness or passivity. Now is the time to focus your will, your thoughts, and your emotions, and to get up and take the necessary steps. Excellent card. Yeah, it is time. Absolutely. Manifest, manifest, manifest. All right. And Manifest Your Mastery by Monica Morani. I can't even say her name now. From the writings of Cryon. Now, I don't know whether she was a student of his or I don't really know. Anyway, somehow they're a thing. I love Cryon energy. Cryon from electromagnetic resonance, he calls himself. He has been around for a very long time. He has been very helpful in bringing forth information for people and helping people get it. Really get it. Yeah, I love him. It's really good stuff. Lee Carroll is actually the channel who brings through Cryon. These are beautiful cards. Manifesting Your Mastery. Here we go. Right there. Oh, so many people need to know this and make this their mantra. Yeah, that's what it says. My needs are always met. I am a beloved human who is blessed with continuous love and abundance from Gaia and the Creator. My needs are always met. What was I talking about earlier? Lack of resources, lack of this, lack of that, lack of time, lack of money, lack of nothing. Your needs are always met. Everything is always working out for us. Think that. Believe it. Know it. Trust it. And your needs will always be met. And things will always work out for you. I've lived it for a long time. And I gotta say, when I lose that thought for a little while, when I kind of get used to things and life gets in the way, and I've, forgotten to remind myself on a fairly regular basis that everything is always working out for me and things are, my needs are always being met. Things always work out. No matter what's going on, everything always works out for everybody all the time. I notice the difference from when I'm in that space in alignment with it and when I've kind of let it go by the wayside. But if you keep that as a mantra for you, like a daily thought, a daily intention to set, and a daily declaration to make to the universe, it will always happen that way. We are the electromagnetic beings that draw that to us, just like Cryon teaches. So let's see. Is there anything in here? Nope. That's it. Just that's all we need to know. My needs are always met. I'm a beloved human who is blessed with continuous love and abundance from Gaia and the Creator. My needs are always met. Kind of love this stuff. And you can't make it up. You really can't. It's all the stuff we've been talking about. Ace of Pentacles. Rewards. Here in the mind space. Right? Because we've done the work, people. You've done the work. And in the 6th month, you get divinely compensated. You get what you've asked for. You know that old saying, be careful what you wish for, you just might get it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, that's what happens. The Hermit card comes in the beautiful material space, the body space, the mind, body, and spirit space. That body space is all about this world we're living in. And sometimes we need to go inside ourselves to actually deal with the world we're living in. Being in the world, but not of it, is huge. Don't let any of it get on you. Don't, don't give yourself a hard time if you do. Just extract yourself because you have the power. You have the awareness. And you have the ability to do whatever it is you need to do for you. Right? So the Hermit says, go inside, pay attention, don't engage too much on the outside. And Spirit comes in to say, if you're going to do any engaging, let it be between your mind and your heart only. They're going to help you remember. Come back to that space. That's where the rewards are. That's where the introspection is. That's where it all plays out in this amazing world we're living in. Now, let two become one from the Messenger Oracle. Let two become one, remember? and focus and then act. It's important for manifesting to focus and then act. Attraction actually has the word action in it, doesn't it? So sometimes that has to happen. And my needs are always met. Everything is always working out for me, and my needs are always met. If you're in a place where you struggle, if you struggle once in a while, or, once in a blue moon even, whatever it is, make this something that you begin to think enough that eventually you begin to believe. Evidence will show itself to you. It will present every time. It always does. And I'm not saying, you're going to win a lottery or any of that stuff. You have to look for it in every place. Every place, Even in the, well, it didn't turn out like I wanted to, but it could have been a lot worse than it was place. You have to always look for the silver lining, as they say. My needs are always met, and they will be. Always. We have help here. We are not alone here. And once we all unite for the greatest good, not the greater good, not the common good, the greatest, highest good, then, my friends, we will truly see the evidence that we're looking for. Ace of Pentacles, the Hermit, Three of Cups, mind, body, and spirit. Rewards are here. They'll show themselves out there for you. Go in there to really be, in the space, but not affected by some of the crap that's going on around us, like C9 and whatever else the mental governing people are up to. And the Three of Cups, of course. Oh, engagement, mind, body, and spirit. Just having fun, getting out there. The warm weather, the sun is shining. Yeah, okay, we had a little rain. But you know what? I had this mug years ago that had this saying on it, because everything I has a saying on it. And it was, nobody likes sorrow and nobody likes pain, but you can't have a rainbow without a little rain. There you go. Got to get that stuff, up to the surface and out. And mantras. Absolutely. Oh, and beyond. Beyond. What did we say? Lifting our consciousness beyond, above the worldly illusions. Remembering the power that we have in every single situation. You have a choice in how you respond. Are you responding or are you reacting? Because in one, you're in command. In the other, somebody else has got your power. And you're reacting to it. I love these cards. Look at the picture on that. I just think it's so perfect. Send that light out around the world, folks. Keep an eye out for your Monday mini-med and your emails and the posts for Know Thyself. Excuse me, not Know Thyself. Me and My Shadow. The precursor to Know Thyself. Or the aftermath of Know Thyself. Either way. But yeah. And if you haven't checked out Scratch the Surface, and you're interested in knowing what Me and My Shadow might actually bring you to, check into that. $29. You can't go wrong. 6 lessons. 6 mini meditations, 6 wonderful experiences to scratch the surface into who you are and what's going on inside, what you can do to lighten it all up, because that's what we're here for. So, namaste. The light in me honors that place in you where the light dwells also. And when I'm in that place in me, and you're in that place in you, together, we are one beautiful, incredible, powerful light. Namaste. Until next time, on Psychic Saturday Night Live.